Hi everyone, happy Sunday. I hope you've had a great week. Today for our episode of Sunday School, we are going to be talking about Gelips. I know this is a very popular question we get in our question box every week, talking about, how to size them, what the sizings are like, how to apply them, maybe what we overlay them with. A lot of different questions because it is a little bit more of a specific application technique. So we're going to get into these a little bit more today. Let's get started. So what is a Gelip, really? Gelips are when you read it, it says soft gel type full cover nail tips. So these are an ABS plastic tip that is specifically designed to bond really well with gel products. It is not a gel tip. If you ask us in our brand, we will tell you that we don't believe that there is such a thing as gel tips because it's very hard to manufacture a cured gel molded piece. And when you really get down to it, when gel is cured, it is a resin, which is a plastic. So they have chosen this specific type of ABS plastic to make these tips out of that will specifically bond with our gel system. So you're going to get the best adhesion and a really, really well formulated overall extension from the Gelip system. So let's take a look at a Gelip. This is the almond medium in size 0. And something that I appreciate about the Gelip system is that we have very inclusive sizing. We have very large thumb sizes and we have very small pinky sizes as well. So this is the 0. This is as large as it comes. It fits me very comfortably and I have big man hands. You can see that the underside is pre-etched. You have that kind of mattified area so that you don't have to go ahead and etch the underside to prep it for the actual application. You can just wipe it really well with alcohol, which saves you time and a little bit of effort, which is really great. And they are quite thin. You will see when you face them this way, they're quite flat. I'll see if I can do it against my shirt. They're quite flat, which allows you to either apply them to a very flat natural nail, or if you need a little bit more of an apex, you can give them a little bit of a pinch and it'll give them more of an actual curve so that the barrel of the nail can meet the curve of the Gelip depending on how flat or how curved you need it to be. So if you're curious about the kind of shapes and lengths and sizes that we offer, we do have a Gelip size chart available on our website. And the reason that we show it on a chart here as opposed to maybe showing it on somebody's hand, for example, is because every single client that you're going to come in contact with is going to have different sizes of nail beds, different lengths of nail beds, and different end results depending on, some person might use the square medium and get a bit of a shorter look. Some people might use the square medium and get a much longer look, just depending on how long their nail beds are. This is why we choose to use the millimeter unit in measurement so that you can have a more accurate kind of tell on actually how long or short these systems are going to be so that you can kind of gauge for yourself which ones are going to be the best for you or for your end client. So let's talk about the basic premise of a Gelip application. These are very different than your regular run-of-the-mill, like full coverage soft gel type extensions. These, because they're very flat here, are designed to be applied a little bit away from the cuticle. So you're leaving a little bit of naked nail kind of at the base of the nail, completely exposed, and it's more like a full coverage tip. Then what's going to happen is you blend this line away. So you're going to blend it so that it looks more like blended into the natural nail, and then you're overlaying that naked part of the natural nail and the tip as well with your builder gel of choice so that you can get a much more natural finish into the cuticle. It becomes fillable. You don't have to soak them off every single time, and it can give you a more customized experience for your client. You can choose a softer gel, you can choose a harder gel, you can use a tinted gel, which is one of our favorite things to do. That way you can have a much more kind of unique end result for each individual client that sits in your chair. And that's one thing that I really like about the Gelip extension system, because for me, I use tinted bases on, 90 to 95% of all my clientele. So if they break one nail, to sculpt a nail out with a clear extension system and then to try to match the color over top of that clear extension system, it ends up kind of losing your shape or it's going to be too sheer. But with these, because I can overlay the gel extension system with the same tinted base that I have as my structured gel manicure, it makes everything look a little more, continuous and uniform is the word I'm looking for, uniform, so that you can have a really good kind of consistent feel to the manicure. It's also something that's really helpful for like your natural nail girlies if they happen to have one nail that maybe curves or like claws down or spoons up too much the more that it grows out, but they want to grow out their natural nails. You can say, that one nail that's just not exactly doing what we want it to do, let's cut it short, we'll do a Gelip, we'll make it match the rest of your manicure, do the structured overlay in the same tinted base as we do the rest of your nails, so that it's going to match, it's going to look straighter, it's going to look better. So maybe one nail is bionic, but the rest of them are natural, and it's all going to look that much better for it. So if you guys have been following along, you'll know that we just today released the new Platinum Filler Base available on KokoistUSA.com right now. This is a really great system or a really great product that you'd be able to use over top of your Gelips system for a longer enhancement. So say you use like our Coffin Extra Long, which is a pretty long enhancement. Using the platinum filler base, you'd be able to overlay that and get a really nice natural look. It is a crystal clear, so you could even do like a really fun jelly look or just paint it over with whatever color you like. But this would be strong enough that you could overlay that Gelips system and have a really beautiful finish that's gonna last a really long time and feel really natural for your client as well. So that's just a little more insight into our Gelip extension system. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, as always, there's a cute little question box right here. You can drop all your questions in, and I'll do my best to get back to you by the end of the day. Until then, I hope you have a really fun time playing with your extendos, and I will see you next week.